Shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to Rooted in Hebrew. My name is Mike. Excuse me. And today is the 27th of March. Days are moving and days are coming. Um, hey, I'd like to welcome brother We Got Next and Sister Linda Cross. I'm glad you brothers and sisters was able to make it into this morning, or this day rather. And I want to talk about the bombardment. And I know some of you all have seen I'm talking about the old one now when I speak about this. The color purple. The new one, I think I got into like 15 minutes, maybe 15, 20 minutes of it. I was like, no, I can't get down with that. But well, I can go back to that. But anyway, do you all recall the scene where Oprah, this lady asked her to be a maid, and she said no. Well, she said more than no, and she took offense to that, the Gentile lady, in this scene, and so that's when she got belligerent with the Gentile lady. Then her husband came up, he slapped her, she retreated. And then once she hit him back, that's when the whole surrounding of Gentiles came and encircled her. Now think about that for a moment. The color purple, yes. The old one. Now just take that scenery where this black woman is encircled by an angry mob of Gentiles. Hold on to that one. Now, that's where we are right now. We are in that particular position right now. That's not something that we cannot, what's the word? We can't say we can't understand that. We can understand that a great deal. Shalom, Brother Kenneth. And shalom, Sister Cynthia. Wait a minute. Did you say that? Well, since she was in the movie, but then that's when I went on to say, a black woman surrounded by a whole lot of Gentiles. I was just talking about the movie. Man, every time I get on this live and I start clearing my voice, this is crazy. Where's my water? But anyway, brothers, what I'm saying is this. Shalom, Sister Patricia. We are in that position right now. And we're about to snap. We don't like hearing 10 different voices come to us at one time. But at the same time, we must maintain our composure. We must maintain it. But this is what's happening to us right now. We are being bombarded by a people who has an intense hatred against us. And how we retaliate or how we conduct ourselves is going to speak volumes. It's going to. Because this system in which what it's doing right now, it is absolutely, it is wearing us out. Because the Most High said he granted to the nation to wear us out. Hey, okay. Because we gonna have to recognize who we have to turn to in a time of distress. In Israel, we are under distress right now. This is where we are. If you had to paint a picture, it's going to be it. It's going to be this here. this is where we are at. This is what we are living. This is what we are seeing. We're feeling it. From old man to the youngest child. The child could be 30 minutes old. That child is up under that bombardment of this system of Satan. This is where we stand. This is what we are feeling right now. You got when things are looking like there's a big change on the horizon. Oh, brothers and sisters, the more the bombardment is going to be. When you start talking about reparations, oh man, please. The bombardment is going to get heavier. The crowd is going to get bigger. You talk about an exodus, that crowd is going to get a whole lot bigger, a whole lot more talk. Anything that you're talking about, that we're talking about, or that is written in the scriptures as a prophecy. And when those prophecies get to a point to say, hey, this has been fulfilled. Oh, brothers, until that exodus has taken place, that bombardment, the amount of people is going to continue to grow. And then one day it's going to explode. Everything that we hope for or that is prophetic in nature that happens, the bombardment will get bigger and bigger. But it will not overcome us. That's one thing it will not do. It's not going to overcome us. We will succeed on top, like the Most High prophesied. That's what we have in front of us. We're going to be bombarded. What is this? Ibrahim Torre, he's talking about reparations and gold reserves that France and the United States has that belongs to them. He's not the only one. A few months ago, Nigeria was asking for their gold back from the United States. There was a whole lot of countries that was asking for their gold back from the United States. The United States ain't trying to give up no gold. Now you have it on some of these channels saying there's some gold that's missing. But that's what they do. They talk like they friendly. They talk like they business minded. But they are what they are. They serpents. They're serpents. They can sit up and talk like they can be trustworthy. Shh. Okay. Don't turn your back. He'll bite you in your butt. Literally. This is what I'm telling you. This here, what they are pushing out, brothers, the thing that we have to do, we will have to maintain our composure. We must maintain our composure. Everything is this awakening. The awakening, we got bombarded. What was brother saying? Oh, no. We're the true Israel. There was a heavy debate with a lot of Gentiles. A lot of them early on with this awakening. That's what we had. And brother was going back and forth explaining from a scriptural standpoint. Now, granted, you have some Gentiles that will not look into the apocryphers. Well, you got some of our people that are, if it's not in the so-called Bible, they're not trying to believe it. But now you explain to them, well, apocrypha means to be taken out. You still go have some, what you're saying is going to fall on deaf ears. You know what? Hold on just for a moment. I just thought about something. Okay, it's off. It's going to fall on deaf ears. But this is how we've got to attack. Well, we got to turn back around and attack bombardment on a spiritual level. Because we are the representation of the Most High. That's who we are. Now, there's only so much that we're going to contend with. There's only so much we're going to contend with. That's one thing. We're not trying to sit up here and talk about, all right, get on your knees and go take this in the back of your head. No, we're not even trying to, no. That's one thing we're not trying to do. We're not even trying to do that one. I mean, they can keep that dumb stuff. What they did in Ohio, see, they got beside themselves. They didn't think that these brothers and sisters would come the way they came. See, now when they seen that, reality kicked in on them. And they're going to see that a whole lot more. Yeah, I heard brothers say, oh no, they got more guns. Brothers, we're not worried about no guns. We are of the Most High, Yah. We have a relative that is in the heavens who sits as king. That's the thing we have to maintain. We got to maintain that. And we have that line of thought, brothers, that the Messiah is directly related to us. Hold on to that. What makes you think that he's not going to take care of his own blood? He said that I came for the house of Israel. That's who he came for. And Israel encompassed all 12 tribes. That's who it includes it. All his sons. Sister Linda, Trump said, hold on. Trump said he wanted to give reparations to the people. Ooh, the capital. Are you, girl, please, Sister Linda, I hope you joking. I hope you are joking. Yeah, I hope you, okay. He playing with fire. That's what he's doing. See, let me tell you something. And I hope and pray that this man didn't say this. Because, I mean, this how I'm going to take it. You want to give reparation to a people who came over to insurrection, but you don't want to give a reparation to a people who has the history, of being mistreated on so many different levels. And you want to give it to a people who came in and just act a plumb fool because they couldn't get their way. That was, ain't you got to be joking me. That was said yesterday. I'm done. See, this is that, let me see, that's that mocking. This, when it's all over said and done, brothers and sisters, this is what it's going to amount to. He's mocking the Most High. That's what he's doing. And that's what this is going to boil down to being. And we all know what the scripture says about mock. The Most High is not that one you wants to mock. Ain't that crazy? And that is exactly what he's doing. Now, if we can get punished for whether we know it or not, the Most High said we're destroyed due to a lack of knowledge. What makes you think, brothers and sisters, that does not apply to them? Because see, right now, they feeling themselves with an ego. They feeling themselves with an ego that is out this world. Now, you want to give reparation to the people that did the insurrection on the Capitol? He done lost his everlasting orange mind. That's what he's doing. Shalom, Sister Van P. That is absolutely crazy. I'm serious. I didn't even hear that. That is ridiculous. He wants to give. He would like to give reparation to. Mm, mm, mm. You know what? Truthfully, I can believe he said some dumb stuff like that just to draw himself into a judgment that's gonna be. It's gonna be so unbelievable. We seen what happened to Pharaoh. We seen what happened to Egypt. Well, not Egypt. We seen what happened to the Pharaoh and his army. We're going to see what's going to happen to the rulers of this country and the country. We will get. There's going to be a. It's going to happen. You're talking about two: a destruction of a land, and a destruction of a system. See this? No, you're not going to mock the Most High and think you will just walk off in your merry way. But when you have been, what's the word they call it? Pacified, privileged throughout your life, and you never seen a let me see, a bad life. Yeah, you tend to think that you are untouchable, and they believe in that. They holding on to that one, and on top of the fallen angels, who's doing the biggest pimping to them? This is Satan that is gearing their minds up. That's what he's doing. He is geeking them up to be in a. Brothers and sisters, where they going is to the second death. There's no resurrection from that. There's no resurrection to that. From that, rather. And they're geeking themselves up right down to this very day. And granted, they saying this, and this thing with this war with Iran. I never, you know what? The scriptures clearly stated, due to our disobedience, the Most High caused our heads not to rise. And we didn't. No. When we talked to the slave owner, we had our heads to the floor, to the ground. We did not. That was not just by being in fear. That was ordained that we did that. It was ordained that we was going to do that, and we did it. We felt that we could not get a leg up. That was ordained. But when the Most High said he's going to raise his people up, those bones, brothers and sisters, are you not experiencing the awakening right now? Do you not see brothers and sisters lifting up their heads? Do you not see brothers and sisters taking a stand against this system in the face of death? When I say death, I mean death, because brothers and sisters, if you go back a couple of years ago, you go back and you speak against the West. No, we don't want your help. We're going to do it our way. No, the West had some people to come and do something to you, to take your privilege of breathing away from you. They was known for doing it. It ain't like it's a questionable. Did they do this or did they do that? No, they did it. They did it. And kept on moving. Got their way. Boom. Gaddafi wanted to get paid in gold. Yeah. They laid him down. Now he asking for a mineral that the West is not trying to give up. Now you have brothers on the African continent asking for their minerals to be returned back to them. Brothers and sisters, what make you think they're going to give that up? They've been stealing minerals from us since 70 CE when they went in and they conquered Jerusalem. They took all the gold and artifacts and things of that nature. Now, and I can almost guarantee you that the Catholic religion got it in their basement right down to this very day in Rome. Shalom, Sister Kathy. I can almost guarantee you, once this Exodus happened, no, brothers and sisters, we gonna be yelling, give us our stuff back. And the Most High gonna make sure that it happens. It doesn't belong to them. It was stolen. They always were stealing. They were always stealing. Roguish. Thievery. That is their get up. And at the same time, when they steal from you, they like to bombard you. And they did us. They did. And they still doing it right down to this very day. They still bombarding us. But at the same time, they're being judged at the same time. Did not Yahushua said that we are sheeps among wolves? We are. We are. You got some Yahudims over in India. They got caught up in the slave trade, not the Atlantic. I would say more so on the Indian Ocean side. But they went over to India, where they was kidnapped and taken to India. And then you had us on the transatlantic slave trade. So now, these nations, they're gonna have to have an accounting. They're going to have an accounting. It ain't just the United States. The United States is going to get dealt with because, hey, that beast, that's that beast. Now, that's that land. The Most High said he's going to judge that land and the people. Not just Pharaoh and his army. This is this Pharaoh here. Pharaoh Trump, he's going to get dealt with. And the land. That's the thing. It was just Pharaoh, not Egypt. They clowning. That's what they're doing. And that's what's happening, Sister Kathy. When it's all over said and done, this is I ain't gonna say hostile takeover. It's a spiritual one, along with being physical. That's what's happening. This is a turning over from a wicked system to a system that is governed by Yahushua and his people. That's what's happening. We have this is the reason why I said we are privileged people. We got to go through this dirt. We got to go through the dirt, the fire, the mud, then infested water. We went through it. Some of us are still going through it. Because we're going to have to come to appreciate what we're about to walk into at any moment. This war, truthfully, brothers, truthfully, we need it. We need that war. That's the only way we're getting out of here. I mean, I ain't gonna say that's the only way, but that's gonna be one of the ways where we can get out of here. They geeking themselves up for this here. They doing some dumb things. Now, truthfully, brothers, their heads are standing up, and the Most High is allowing them to keep their heads up. He's giving them that false impression. Oh, you got it going on. You got it going on. You got it going, and they're keeping their heads up. Now I know you brothers have seen the that little interview he had with Zelensky, and him and his I think this is Vice President Vance or somebody. I don't know because I don't follow that stuff like that. But anyway, they was going in on this man. They was going in on him. And they just felt so you should be privileged that the United States is trying their best to help you. If you just sit there and just listen to them, and they're speaking as if they have the power, they have the last say so. That's how they're speaking. As if they had the last say so. All I was looking at is some nations coming together. They're supposed to be allied with the United States. No. There's a lot of dirt that this country has done. And it's not the fact that there's an investigation. It's the fact that they already know who did it. They already know who did it. And they're not even trying to, they got to proceed very cautiously. That's what the world now has to do. They got to proceed very cautiously if they plan on taking any power from anyone. And so they know this got to be a takeover. It's going to have to be an inside job. It's going to have to be. Because what have they done? They always used our own people to get the leaders. And it is in Africa. Here, the United States, no, they use the KKK. That's who they use. I mean, more so the KKK. I mean, there was incidents where with the Black Panthers, a brother flipped on them and things of that nature. But that brother somewhat felt like Judas. I'm talking about the Judas that betrayed Yahusha. You know. But this is the bombardment, brothers and sisters, that we have to contend with. But there's some precautions that we do need to be taken, though. And it's going to be individually. It's going to be individually. And it always it's going to be a determination with how you individually want to move. And then that individual decision, eventually, it's going to be a decision of the Most High. It won't be left up to you. It will not be left up to you. Because the day is going to come when he's going to say, gather my people from the four corners of the earth. He's going to say that, and his angels are going to be quick about doing his business. It's going to happen. Let's not fool ourselves. Let us not fall into despair as if this is not going to happen. It's going to happen. It is absolutely going to happen. The world going to see it. The world is going to see it. They're going to witness this. I think it was yesterday I said that the Most High said that the world will have to know that I have always loved you. But he had to discipline us. He did. Because in order for us to understand what we're going into, because now you talking about you talking about being in a representation of the Most High. You're talking about a representation of his creation. Being of his creation, being right there in front of him, where you're speaking for the world. This is who we are. We are those people that the Most High streamline a bloodline to get these people. That's what he did. He streamlined it. And he came, here we are in captivity, a downtrodden people. That's who we are. No matter where we are at on this planet Earth, we are the ones that are downtrodden, least of all people. That is who we are. Now, you thinking you're tired, you frustrated, you want things back. That's because there's a spirit inside of you that the Most High put inside of you to be feeling that way. Because now, if you feeling that way, if you feeling this way, it's because the Most High is letting you know, I'm about to make a move. I'm about to take action. I told you these things, these are the things that will be happening in the last days. Hey, I'm not mad at you, sis. These are the things he got us. We're not feeling a certain way of our own. The Most High is putting that in us. He's putting that in us. We want to get out of captivity. They're not in captivity, or at least not yet. They can't understand how we are feeling. The only thing that they can understand is they do not want to be in our position. They do not want to trade positions with us. No nation. Now, you may hear some of these brothers say that the Mexicans are Israel. I thoroughly disagree, but I'm going to say this though. No. Negro, Afro Mexicans, yeah. But no, because Quiet as Kept brothers, they got their own little blackface down in Mexico too. They do. Who was that? It was his brother. He did a documentary on the so-called European Mexicans against what they do against the black Mexicans. And they got that little black, and they still have it down to this very day. They still have it down to this very day. The Most High said that his people will be least of all nations, not a nation. We're going to be least. And so we have our brothers and sisters in Portugal. Trust and believe. They're going to be the smallest of the people in that nation. That's what the scripture says. Now, however they want to sit up here and redress it up, that's going to be to their own vices. And it's going to be a vice. And it's going to be their vice. We have a lot, brothers. We do. And we're supposed to be feeling this way. Yeah, we angry, we upset, because we're tired. You're tired. I mean, any person in their right mind, and we had some in their right mind, will feel the same way. We'll start questioning things. We'll start questioning the Most High. How much longer shall we wait? The world is just keep on trampling. They trampling and trampling. The devil is doing this. The devil is doing that on his people. These are the questions we be asking the Most High. Can we go home? Can we come out of captivity? We want to be a people. Brothers, never before in history have we been yelling out. Never. But we feeling it. We feeling the pain now. We're understanding it now. We're seeing what false religion is doing. Christianity, Islam, you name it. We felt it. We was in it. The Most High is waking us up. We seeing it, and we're trying to act upon it in a obedient manner. We was taught the laws was done away. We come to find out, oh, the laws are not done away with. But man wants you to believe their laws more so in the Most High's laws. That's what they have instituted. Let me see what you're saying here, sister. Abraham's. Yeah, Morocco, sister Kathy. Let me tell you something. I was there. I stayed there for over a week. No, you got brothers and sisters that's stuck. They still practice slavery there. Don't get it twisted. They do. When you get there, it's difficult for you to come out. It's easy for you to fly into Morocco. If you're African, the only ones who don't have that problem is African Americans. We fly in, we fly out. But I'm gonna tell you, they will mess with your flight though. They some very disrespectful people. I'm sorry. Very disrespectful. Little old short lady. This lady had to be like 60-some years old, maybe pushing 70, and she just kept on. Hold on just for a moment. Hold on for just for a moment. All right, I'm sorry about that, brother. I'm back. um, we're going to see some things, brothers, and it's going to be tiresome. It's going to be tiresome. But going back to this this lady here, and so I was standing at the airport, standing in line rather. These people will literally walk in front of you and get served, and you don't find a whole lot of us. Matter of fact, I didn't find too many of us working. Just a whole lot of Arabs. And they talk about the women are beautiful there. Huh? I don't know. Maybe I was on the wrong side of town. Because all I seen was fat ankles. When I say fat ankle, they had some ankle that was like ham hocks. And I was like, I don't know about all this. But then I could tell you one thing. Now, we did go to the mall. And we would sit there and we would wait for an hour just to get served. So I'm looking around. I'm like, are you joking me? And but this, I kid you not. This is what they do. These people now the Arabs will come here and open up a business and everything, and usually a restaurant or a gas station. They'll call you brother, but truthfully, they are no way related to you. They're not. They are not related to you at all. Now, they mess with a lot of black women. Yes, they do in the United States. Yes, they do. But they will not take that woman home to their parents. That's one thing I have seen. Brothers, when I say we are set apart people, we are set apart. When the Most High tells us to deal with our own people, he means that we deal with our own people. That's what he means. He means that to the T. He means that. They when I was there, they was complaining. The brothers was saying how they was it's saying the sisters that was working as maids, and the maids, the sisters, they stayed in the house. So they got out. I was like, well, brother, don't you think it's probably safe for them to have their own place? And so these sisters, that's what they started to do. They started to roommate. That's what they were doing in order for them to pay the rent. Because you're talking about $100 a month. It's the income, brothers. $100 a month. Now, the thing is, what they do is you can work there for $100 a month, but you go have your own place. Now, if you want to stay there where you can get fed, that's where they get the sisters at. That's where they get them at. Of course, now they can get fed. But the moment you get up, the moment the family gets up and start moving about, you getting right up with them. So it's early in the morning. Then please don't let them have kids. You're the one who gonna be taking care of those kids. Now, if that man comes in there, and this is what these brothers told me, and he wanted to mate with the sister, he going there, he go do his thing. And the wife go hear him. A lot of sisters say they fought him off. Some of the sisters say they start beating him up, and they had to succumb to it. So when those sisters get ready, they say they want to go back home. Brothers, like I told you all, they have to get a round trip ticket. They got to pay their rent up for like 2 or 3 months. This is an effort to keep them there. And then they had to get a letter of recommendation from their landlord. They made it next to impossible to do those things. And Tanzania is another. It's the same way. Same way. So I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, when the Most High get to that point, he gonna say, "All right, y'all get up out my land." That right there is gonna be monumental. And this is what needs to happen. The more and more we starting to see that, they deep-seated demonic hatred. Yeah, we like y'all no. Y'all need to don't get your things. Get up and leave. Leave with your life. Just like what we're going to do. We want to leave with our lives, but we're going to leave with some things. It's going to happen. Oh, Sister Kathy. There was a report they did on what you're talking about. It was in one of these Muslim countries, but they gave birth to more girls than anything. And I never forget, it was on 2020. And then what they would do, the mothers said, if they gave birth to a girl, they would go out there, take a rock or brick, and they crush that baby head in. And they'll keep on having babies until they have a son. But when they got through with it, sis, and it was, showing the surrounding, I kept looking at these men. I'm like, man, they hanging on one another like they, that alphabet. And it was. They said that was an issue too. But it was a hidden issue because, Islam does not support that type of lifestyle. But They call themselves keeping it on the down low. But I kid you not, when I seen that, because this lady that they was talking to, she said she was pregnant at the time. She said no, if it's her twins are girls or one boy one girl, that girl her life go be ended. Oh, and she had two girls. 2020 turned it off. Then they showing this woman walking to the back with those twin girls, just born, because she felt that what they said, they felt that there was a failure. And the husband was like, yeah, I wanted her to give birth to a boy. All I wanted boys, but it was so many girls born in this particular country. It was unbelievable. Yeah. So when it's all over said and done, that's what all of these nations is doing. They serving the devil, and the devil he wants to be recognized as a god. That's all he wants. And well, he may be getting it a little bit now, but he's going to get a great deal very soon. There's only one creator, and he came up against him. That's what he did. But that's my experience being in Morocco. And I don't think I want to do it again. But I'm just looking at the fact that there's a cleansing of Yah's land. Yah's. Let's just go with that. I'm not going to say Africa. I'm going to say Yah's land, although we know it's Africa. There's a cleansing that needs to be done. The Gentiles go in and out like as if, hey, this is my home. And that's what they're doing. But these last days, brother, the bombardment is real. And we may get it from our own brothers and sisters too. I mean, but we got to keep on moving. We have to keep on moving. We can't be right here dormant. We can't be right here just complaining. We got to continue to move. We got to continue to make strides and put things in action, because it's going to be the Most High who's going to bless our efforts when it's all over said and done. He is that one who's going to bless all our efforts. He is that one who's going to cleanse his land, because he knows that we're coming back. We're coming back. And that, like the world, excuse me, like the world tried to depict as if Africa is a small continent. But when they start showing a true map, it's the largest in the world. It is absolutely the largest in the world. All of their dark lies are coming out, and the light is shining on the dark lies. They can no longer come and maintain the lie. That's one thing they cannot do. They can't maintain that lie. Those days are gone. I mean, what? When he was on the analog type, boom, all right, they was able to put anything out there, even on the digital side. But now they starting to see, hey, these, the Most High said, what was done in the darkness shall come to the light. All of our dark lies are coming to the light. And then, brothers and sisters, of this, eventually, eventually, all of us from at the four corners of the earth, that lie that they told that we serve in a lesser Elohim or lesser God, that lie is going to be rectified. The lie that these people over here are the true people of the Most High, that lie is going to be rectified. And well, that lie is already, Iran, Russia, they're already putting it out there. They preaching for Israel. They know that. What was that? The president of Egypt back in the 50s. He said the Israelites left out black, came back white. And what happened with that? Now, that was a truth that hurts. That's that truth that cuts down to the bone. Shit, it's a year later, they deleted that man. They deleted him. They cannot take truth. Let me tell you something on that, sister Linda Cross. They know they're beautiful, but I tell you, I'm just telling you from what I went in through. Those women are not beautiful to me. That's just me. I don't care about nothing about their long hair. I don't. But I tell you, they got some big ankles. I'm like that. You went to the store and you seen that ham hock. That's how they ankles look. And I'm like, whoa, man, good night now. Oh my goodness. And so, I just don't see it. Now, I did see, I seen one brother with Arab woman, the only one. And they had a daughter. Not knowing that brother's, blood is saving that daughter, saving that little girl. They have a disrespect against us that is unbelievable. Well, we got the same thing going on here. They do the same thing here. That hatred, brothers and sisters, it just wasn't for the West. That was worldwide. So you have Yahudims in India. They call them the untouchables. I believe it's called. They call them the untouchables, and they are least of all people. You can see features of that country in them, especially when it comes to their hair. Now, a lot of them are in Tanzania, and they are in Tanzania, to which they was taken from. But some of them are still stuck in India. They was doing one interview of one of the sisters. She said she knew where she was from. And she just said she just really wanted to go back to visit Africa before she died. The place where she know where she's from. And she know that she got caught up in the slave trade. Brothers and sisters, see that feeling? That feeling that we have is global. Just different languages, but the feeling is mutual. It is absolutely mutual. No, not in sister, I was in the mall, sister Kathy. They now says no, I don't know about that one now because they usually show that. But when I was in what was it? It was a Starbucks. They had a Starbucks. And no, they come in and they sit down. There's some big women now. They husky. They may start off skinny, but they get husky at 30-some years old. This is what these brothers was telling me. They said, no, you can't pay them to get with one of them. They do not. And they said, like I was telling you, brothers, they said when they get off work, and usually their work is working for another African who may have a restaurant or something, or they selling some type of jewelry or whatever in the stores. Now, their mall is this. The brothers' mall is you walking into somewhat like a village. But in that village, all the Arab stores stand out front. So in order for you to get to the brothers' stores, you got to go through their store, and their store is always sitting behind the Arab stores. You would never see them. You can never. It's like they cannot advertise. It's the Arabs who can only advertise in front. Brothers, when I say when you know, yes, that's going that it would need to be an massive undertaking of cleansing the land of foreigners. I don't care if they were born on that land. That's their law. The Most High, and see, this is the thing, brothers. Their laws don't mean diddly squat to us. Shalom, Sister Melody Thomas. Their laws don't mean diddly squat to us. Just because they was born on that land does not make them up from that land. That's the thing about that. Because the Most High gave Shem, Ham, Japheth their lands. He gave them their lands. Although Canaan called himself going to trying to circumvent a decision and go take land, you know, and it was Israel. It belonged to Israel. But if you go and you read the apocryphers, some of the apocryphers told him, hey, that's a bad idea what you're doing. But hey, evidently he didn't listen. But these other nations, they didn't listen. They went right up and came right back down. That's all they did. They seen the land that was good for minerals and everything. They came right down and they did what they did. And that's due to our disobedience too. Now we look into the Most High because now we recognize we need the Most High for His hand to be on these nations that are in Africa. You got some countries in some people. I think these people is from Greece or Turkey or something, but they're Europeans, and they calling themselves Afrikaners. And they made them a little old town and everything, but no Africans are allowed. They're not allowed. They're not allowed. So, I mean, brothers, this is the bombardment. Oh, hold on just for a moment. Hold on just for a moment. I need to take this phone call. I'm back, brothers. Sorry about that. But this is what we have to look forward to, truthfully, brothers. I mean, it may seem that it is an impossible task to take up, that these people need to get out of the country. But that's what's going to have to happen. It's going to have to happen because we must take care of ourselves first before we can step out and help anyone else. And that's called common sense. That's, but some of these countries came in and thinking that, hey, we're not going to go back to our country. We could form our own political agenda on this continent and we go still keep the Africans out. Now that's bold. That's so arrogant. It is unbelievable. But this is what their mindset is. Now the Trump, he offered those South Africans, the whites, to come to the United States. Hey, look here. We can trade citizenship. That's what we can do. See, all the nonsense they talking, it's crazy. Shalom, Sister Pixie Dust. Sister Cynthia, they have way more than that. I mean, they working hand in hand. When it's all over said and done, they are working hand in hand. Do you know it is illegal for you to take a picture of a black Egyptian? They do not if they catch you taking pictures of a black Egyptian, you got to delete it off your phone. They wants to give off the impression that the Egyptians are white, and some of them will argue up and down that that's what and the blood saying, no, you coming from Greece, you coming from the northern country, and there's nowhere on that continent that your blood is traveling back to this country. This is how deep this is the depth of the lie that they are willing to go to put themselves, or like the scripture says, paint themselves into a book that they do not rightfully belong. This is what they're doing. I tell you, it's going to happen. It was it needs to happen. It's going to happen. Period. Now, how the Most High is going to do that, whether by disease or whatever, it's going to be done. Yeah. Now that's one thing he's going to do. He's going to do all of it. He's going to take care of all of that. Now, if the Most High deemed it necessary, hey, get my people to move these people out, so be it. It's going to be done. It's going to be done. I mean, what? We don't have this line of thinking just haphazardly, brothers and sisters. And don't get me wrong. Yeah, we have some angry people amongst us, including myself. The more we the longer these last days, the longer these last days are, the more our nerves are getting, it's becoming irritating now. It is absolutely becoming more irritating than anything. They just they had a meth lab in somewhere. It was a borderline of Kenya and Tanzania, and they just caught it. It was a Mexican cartel. They got a hold of some African. They started building a meth lab in there, and the authorities caught wind of it. Boom, they shut it down. Everybody is trying to get there. They know what's about to happen with Africa. We just need to be on point when the Most High hands this to us. We will have to keep to ourselves in order for us to heal ourselves. That's one thing we will have to do. Whatever the world is talking about, give it to me. Because they ain't seen a segregation until they had one by us. Truthfully. Now they haven't seen nothing yet. And right now, let black say we go separate ourselves from you. They are absolutely hemmed up. They're hemmed up. I tell you, they ain't. Shh, sister, please, no. Sister, the thing about this, and then what you're saying, sister, is absolutely true. We do need all of this, and we need to work on that a whole lot harder too. Um, because, well, I mean, it's no imagination. It's an absolute fact that if anything of the, I know if when it does happen, they go no. These Negroes did a lot more for themselves than we can do for ourselves. And it's the Gentiles now. All we did was stole from them, said that we understood how this particular thing worked, and then we claimed it. That's all they ever done. Shalom, Sister Melody. All right, I'm sorry. They would not be able to stand, Sister Melody. No. They can have a kickstand on that wooden leg and it still go fall over. And that's what they hate. It's that black Messiah, but the only thing about it, they did not count on that black Messiah being all over the world. That's one thing this system, these people did not count on. They're looking for one person. The person they need to touch is sitting on a throne. They can't touch. They cannot get to him. Well, who can they get to? Oh, the next of kin. That's where they come. But all they doing is taking coals and building a fire. That's all they doing. They adding wood to the fire. They're getting themselves ready to be burned. That's all they doing. That's all they're doing. And we do need these things. We need to be working on. There are brothers and sisters out there that's doing things, business wise. You know. Oh no, not me. It wasn't me. It was brothers that was telling me about that. Matter of fact, there's another brother. He did. I think it's he had a small documentary, and he's an Egyptian. He is he's a black Egyptian, but he came to the United States and things of that nature, but they consider him white. I kid you not, he was upset about it. He said, "No, I'm not white." But then they was telling him, "Just leave it alone. Don't worry about it." So he had to go to court to fight to who he was. He knew their agenda, but he was fighting for his blackness. That's what he was fighting for. Now he's not Israel. He knew he was an Egyptian, a black Egyptian. But they are, down to this very day, it's difficult for you to say what you say. Oh no, it's hold on for a moment. Sorry about that. Yeah, no. I mean, this is what they want people. You can be black as tar, but if you come from a country that they want to be whited out, they go, oh, you go label as white. I was working in I had a site to do, and I was working on this. It was like a 12-story building. I was working on any phone lines, and so I seen this. I hired two other brothers that used to work at AT&T because I needed their help because we had to run up and down and we had to test and tone some lines, and I couldn't do that stuff by myself. So I brought them in, and so it was like something like a nursing home, and it was like in a well-off neighborhood in Chicago. So what happened? Me and these brothers, we heard the sister talking, and we asked the sister what part of Africa she was from. that sister looked at us like we was like, ooh, so disrespectful to her. And she said, "I'm not from Africa." And I'm like, I looked at her like, huh? What'd you say? And she said, "I am not from Africa." Now I'm listening to her dialect and everything. I'm like, nigga, you from Africa, whether you want to believe it or not. I'm from Europe. And I was about to ask, I said, all right, before you went to Europe, where was you at? And so I caught myself, and the guys that were with me, they just looked at her and they kind of like shook their head at her. And then I think she got it then. But and it's sad. And she's not the only one. I've seen other Africans do this. Yeah, I've seen Americans do it. What do you say? I'm not a African. I was born in America and I'm a die American. Brothers and sisters, this very day, everybody one day will wish that they can hold on to the word black. They go hold on to it. If you want to talk about people go be in a mad dash to get their DNA done to make sure that they have some black, they're going to be doing it. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. It's going to happen. It's going to be a privilege to be called a nigger. It's going to be a privilege. Because right now, don't nobody wants that label, black, Negro, on them. Because right now, it doesn't feel that right now is a good time for that. And especially for the brothers and sisters over there in what is it, South America. No, we're Latinos and they're going to do that. Yeah, you looking black as tar. Don't be. Do not be. Because every last one of you brothers and sisters that claim it, oh, I'm not this, I'm not that, you gonna have that Judas moment. This is what they're going to have. They're going to have a Judas moment. And they will have they're going to have that regret that's going to be so deep. It's going to be so deep. And they're going to be the first one talking about, oh no, my ancestors from Africa. Then you're going to be looking at, no. What happened to the Latino thing? Because see, right now, it will appear that we are on the losing team. And that's for those people that maintain that lack of faith or that misguided faith. It's going to happen. It is going to happen. They're going to be running oh my goodness. Did not the Most High say that light will be shining from us? They're going to be running to us. The ones around here feeling so brave, brazenly bold. Oh, I'm not black. I'm so-and-so this. I'm so-and-so that. And for the ones that's claim that know that they are black and trying their best to black out or white out their body, there's going to be a great deal of disrespect that they're going to feel. Because they take the present and they do not look past the present time. They just look at the here and now. It's more beneficial that I be very light-skinned with kinky hair. This is not no clone. This is not no time for they clone Tyrone. You're a white person with an afro. This is not that time. This is that time where you need to stand up and say and be proud about your origins, who you are. Because this time when we stand, no. This stand that we're going to take, that we are taking right as we speak, right down to this very day, it's going to be one that will never cease to exist ever again. That's that longevity. That's that far up the road line of thinking that we need to be maintaining. But this is how bad the bombardment that we have been undergoing has done. That's what we got. We got hit with that. I know, and it affected a lot of us. It did. But with this awakening, oh no, brothers, when they woke up and found, oh no, you seen brothers letting their hair grow just to get locks. The Gentiles don't like it. They do not. No, we seen incidents where they was cutting little brothers and sisters locks because they go say, but you can't participate in this particular sport. We seen that. We witnessed that. But now, yeah, we walked around with relaxers trying to lay our hair down because they told us, oh, your hair is bad. We believe that dumb stuff. Now we woke. But if that hair is nappy and kinky, oh yeah, we feel proud with that now. If it takes a pick, hey, so pick it out. You just got to be safe with it. I mean, get you some lotion and soften it up. Because I tell you, when you start from the back of your neck and you coming back up, oh my goodness. Oh yeah, I know a lot of you all felt that pain in the back of your head. You felt that pain. You taking that comb and you going up, shoop, and that hair pulled out and pulled back. No. We know how that feels. They don't. And we're not worried about how they feel. It is a privilege, brothers, to be who we be. It is a privilege. And this is what we have to maintain as Israel, or what the world call black people. Oh yeah, sister Kathy, yeah. There was plenty of days my mother was combing my sister's hair and she was putting those little ribbons in her hair and everything. She get to the back and had those kitchen, we call them kitchen. And boy, I mean, you was telling you be jerking your head down. Your mama be trying to comb your hair, and they're like, hold still, and then they're putting all that grease in your hair. But once they get finished, you looking like $1 million plus tax. Yeah, we all got that experience. We do. And then we had to get away from the mindset of saying, hey, you got bad hair because you're black. No, you don't have bad hair. You do not have bad hair. We don't have bad hair. And we starting to realign our line of thinking to that. I seen sisters say they want to have a baby by a white person or a Mexican so their child can have good hair. I seen them. I heard them. That's crazy. That's that bombardment. That's that bombardment that we had experienced and still is. Ibrahim Toure, he went on the attack against these brothers and sisters, lightening their skin. He went in on them. Yes, he did. This is what they did, and they came in and did it deeply. Now it's time for us to get back to our so-called blackness, being happy with what we have. We're those people that can walk in that sun, not them. They can't walk in that sun like that. We can. Our forefather Solomon, King Solomon, what did he say? Was it First Solomon chapter 1 verse 5? Song of Solomon, rather. I am black but comely. See that, but you go and look into the Bible, they took black out and put swarthy. But if you're not really up on the understanding of certain words, and then swarthy, if you go and look in the dictionary, you go say very dark. So it doesn't necessarily explain, it doesn't necessarily say black, but just say very dark. So it opens up a door for uh, mm, a slightly brown white person. That's what it opened up the door for. I tell you, these people are encroaching upon our heritage and we woke. That's what they're doing. And they going in deep on it. They're trying to maintain their likeness in our book. And we're going to have to continue to stand up against it. We're going to have to. Because if we don't, brothers and sisters, no. You know, they just not going to succeed. They're not going to succeed. It just flat out, it just like, it is what it is. Because when it's all over said and done, don't get me wrong, you may have your white Hebrew. You may have a white Israelite. But eventually, guess what's going to happen to that white Israelite? It's going to fade to black, and that's going to be in a literal sense. That's what's going to happen. It's going to fade to black. Off the top. Happen. Oh, they always been jealous of black women, sis, white women. Oh yeah, that man, shoot, what, sis? Please, now you about to take me down a road, sis. Mm, mm, mm. With that bombardment, yeah, they made fun of our sisters. That's what they did, and unfortunately, sister, they got into just like they got into the brothers' head, they got into the sisters' heads too. Shucks. Hold on just for a moment. Let me see. I'll call you right back. But brothers, we are in a privileged position. Their words cannot hold weight on us any longer. If they want to get rid of us, so be it. Let them do just that. Let them do just that. You know, they say we all need to go back to Africa. Man, please, I tell you what, this can be done very easily. Give me a few million a week, I can be gone right now. Let them open up that portal. Open up that portal. Shit. I'm out. But they know if you say any other place outside Africa, oh yeah, they're tall. They're tall. Since they doing more than since they buying some of everything and they mimicking after the black woman. That's what they're doing. They mimicking everything from the black woman. And you know, you may think I'm joking. Oh, this was ridiculous. I was working for AT&T at this time, and I didn't even know this stuff existed. So I was down there hooking up some phone lines for this. It was the Puerto Rican parade. They're like an Independence Day or whatever. So I was out there, and me and some other technicians, and so we was out there, and there was this Puerto Rican guy, and he kept laughing. I'm like, we just kept laughing at, man. I'm like, dude, what you over here laughing at? He said, and he was being funny. I mean, he wasn't being funny. He told us what was happening. He said, you see that lady over there? He said, wait for her to turn around. And so what happened? She turned around. She had a let me see, what can I call it? A prosthetic booty, and one arm literally exploded. And I mean, you got brothers there. Yeah, we turn around real quick and we try to bite our tongue. I could not believe the thing exploded right there in front of our faces. And I was like, this is how far they're willing to go. This is how far these women are willing to go to have what sisters have. But yet and still they look down on sisters. I was like, wow, ain't that something? They can sit up here and talk about the sisters. And unfortunately, like I said earlier, some of our sisters, they fed into it. They fed into it. I don't call them eyelashes. I call them Afro lash. I mean, those, no, I mean, what? Sisters don't need that. They don't need it. The world told them that they was ugly. And they believed it. Our sisters believed that they was ugly. Yes, that's what they did. A lot of brothers say that those lashes is just like unnecessary. They don't need it. They do not need it at all. But you see some of it in Nigeria, but not in South Africa. Not so much in East Africa. They don't have that money to be wasting money like that. They don't. Now braids, yes, they'll do the braids. Now that eyelashes and all that, no, you don't find that too much. You may here and there, and trust and believe. And it's gonna be few and far. And brothers be letting these sisters know you don't need it. You're not ugly. They're not ugly at all. But this is the bombardment. This is the strength that they once had over us. And the sad thing about it is this, brothers and sisters, is this: we never once told other nations that, hey, y'all ugly, y'all this, y'all that. Oh, well, let me take that lie back. I think I'm lying. Hold on. Yeah, we did come back. Yes, we did. We did. We'll talk about a white ladies. Yes, we did. We talked about them so badly. It wasn't even funny. We did. It was like they back never ended. We did. We talked about them. We did. I just thought about that. I had to pull that. I had to bring that back. But we have we got to start. Well, it started, but only with the educated sisters. It's only with the educated sisters that are lifting themselves up. The ones who choose to be educated. The one who choose to lift themselves up. Those are the ones who's getting rid of the weaves. Because they recognize it. Hey, now there's some spiritual things going on with these wigs. But for the Christian, they don't believe that. They'll throw an extension in and call it a day. Yeah, it is my real hair. I paid for it, but it ain't coming at your scalp. It's glued to your scalp. These sisters are nowhere close to being ugly. Period. The only thing that's ugly about it is the fact that that the sisters been deceived to believe it. That's what's ugly about it. That's the only thing that's going to be ugly about the situation. Our sisters are not ugly. They are made just right for that person, that black man. Somehow we always end up coming back to one another. Period. This is our history. It's time for us to embrace it. This awakening is real. This coming back to one another is real. It's happening. The world is fighting against you. This is their last punch. This is the last round, Israel. Shalom, Brother Dave. This is the last round. Are you going to continue to stand? That's the question. Because if we don't have that mindset that we want to continue to stand, if we don't have the mindset to knowing that, hey, we are wonderfully made, we're going to fall to the wayside. It's going to be a lot of Israel claiming to be this or claiming to be that, anything but black. Yeah, they're going to be running. They're going to be running and saying, I would not be surprised they go out there and literally try to tan their skin. And I'm talking about the ones who know they are black, but tell them the world, oh no, we're Latinos. And they put that, they go deep on, no, we are Latinos. No. I was born in America. I'm an American. Don't have the foggiest idea what America means, but you claim it to be that. This that bombardment of deception. They're gonna feel it. They're going to feel it. The world, the world is the only people who's claiming to be who they are. The world is claiming to be who they are. Why is Israel or blacks claiming to be any and everything else except for who they are? But they trust and believe. They gonna wake up. They gonna have a rude awakening. Because they can claim to be that or this, but like the Most High said, if you are in a land that is not yours, when this can I call it separation of nation, with people going back to his or her own land, and you are in a land that's not yours, yes, your result, what's going to happen to you is going to be detrimental, and it's going to be physical before you die. Go there and keep on maintaining that you saying who you are not, and you go to a land to which you know for a fact you're not, you go get dealt with. That's scripturally. You're going to be dealt with. The Most High, he said, everyone is going to go to his or her own land. You black as night, and you in France, sticking out like you're looking like a black sun. You hemmed up. You're going to get hemmed up because you may not like what you see. You may not like being around a company of your own people. Okay, you just separated yourself into a judgment. That's what you may call right now, brothers and sisters. At that time, it's going to be a weeding out. That's what it's going to amount to being, a weeding out. You can't accept yourself. Oh, when the Most High can't accept you either. He put you in a privileged position. You're not understanding your position, but you understanding what you want about your flesh. Oh, brother, when I tell you about that flesh is strong. It is absolutely strong. When your flesh can fool you to make you believe that you want to be of a nation. This is an Esau move. This is an Esau move. You will sell your blood right just to mingle in with a nation. That is not of, that is not of Yah. That's that flesh. And did not the scripture say, those that abide by the flesh will reap corruption? Shalom, Brother Robert. Well, you know what they can say? They can say we ugly all we want, sis. They can say we ugly all we want. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. As long as I don't start looking like a lizard in my older years. Y'all looked at Trump, um, the bottom of his chin, and some other the other rulers. Look at those Gentile ladies when they're on the little political news. You see all the makeup on their face, and for whatever reason, it seems like they forget about their neck. Their neck, they may look like they may be in their 30s or 40s with their makeup on. Look at their neck. Their neck go tell you, oh my goodness, you about what, 90 something? Look at that neck. They do not put makeup on that neck. And you be like, wait a minute. They go so far, they concentrate on their face and they forget about their neck. Their neck tells you everything. Oh no, you older than what you are. That's a whole lot of makeup you got to put on. And you know what, brothers and sisters, never forget this now. Makeup is the action, or the purpose of makeup is to make up where you ugly at. I'm just telling you the truth. It's there to make up where you are ugly at, or what you may think you are ugly at. That's the thing. Our sisters are getting away from it because they got so many different chemicals in these makeups now. I mean, well, yeah, you need to get away from that stuff. But a lot of our sisters don't need it. The only thing they need, what? Soap and water, wash their face, boom, keep it moving. We oil ourselves down like, whew, like we're trying to squeeze through a keyhole. We always using lotion or some type of oil. Always, that's us. Come on now. They wish they was like, hey, they not like us. They not like us. You don't see no white person right now wiping themselves down with some olive oil and all that. I remember we was kids. When I was a child, rather. And we didn't know no better. I ain't gonna lie to you, we didn't know no better. Cause I mean, in the South, you wear short pants because it's hot, but when you got the tub and everything, and if you got to oil yourself down. Guess what we oiled ourselves down with? We was kids. Lard. We had a big old canister of lard, looked like a paint bucket. Don't get me wrong, I didn't know it was pork, but hey, it worked. It worked. Lard, had your legs shining. Ooh, please. That's what we did. Yeah, man. Let me tell you something, Brother Dave. Now, um, I mean, hey, we didn't know no better. We did not know no better. We didn't. I mean, but when you stand back, bruh, and the Most High give us the privilege of waking up, and then you start looking over your life. Now, like I said, I grew up in the projects, and it was not a mix. There was no whites, all black, and you go, me standing back, looking back, and I'm looking at all those Hebrews that I was living amongst, and we did not know who we were. We just knew we was a troubled people. We seen the drama. We seen the shootouts. We seen policemen come. We seen the car chases. We seen the husband and wives fighting and coming outside fighting in the middle of the street. We seen all of that, but we did not know who we were. Yeah. But you stand back and you look at it now, and you can see brothers and sisters, walking on the street, maybe homeless, or some of them may have mental issues. They still your brothers and sisters. That's how we got to look at it. And if we're able to help out, we help out. Oh yeah. Oh, Sister Kathy, your mother used to do the same thing. Yep, I tell you. But we didn't know no better. And, I'm not looking for no excuse. I mean, because things are, those things were supposed to happen, to us, but once we woke up, we seen exactly what we needed, what things we needed to change. And we needed to change that at the drop of a dime for some of us, and we did just that. And then, I mean, we still got to continue to be on the watch when it comes to different additives in food. I did not know they had a way of putting pork in some wines. It's called something else. It's not just necessarily they say pork on the ingredients. They have another name for it. I got to get it because his brother was sharing it with me. But it was a bottle of wine, and when they got through doing the research, and they kind of find out it was pork added into the wine. I tell you, brother, and when I say that we are bombarded, we're bombarded because we got to look at everything. Everything. It's like, that's going to lead back to being, um, growing your own food. That's what it's going to lead back down to. Because I'm sorry, they are trying their best to keep us in sin. They're trying their best to keep us in sin. When you could take the Rev 2939 people and open up a grocery store and they make sure that it's in a black neighborhood that they got pork as top dog, they know exactly what they're doing. Truthfully, it's supposed to be in the reverse, brothers. Because we, as Israel, we can butcher, farm, catfish, pig. We just cannot eat it. We can sell it. That's scriptural. We can sell it to the nations. We can't sell it to our brothers and sisters because we're going to find ourselves in sin. But we can sell it to the nation. That's one thing we can do. They are not under that law. We are. We are under that law. Sis, let me tell you something. Um, I've seen some things. I witnessed some things, but never thought I'd see anything like this. Never. I was trying to, I was looking at the Mexicans, how closely knitted they are as a family, how they will work together, and I resented. Well, I resented that because I'm like, why black people can't do that? I mean, my family was so discombobulated. I shoot, truthfully, we never had a family reunion. We just got together sometime, and that was it. But then there was always some drama. Always some drama. Always. And I think, hey, it is what it is. Because I always took note of that. Always took note of that. I always felt that we need to stay together as a family. What I intend on doing, it was not the intentions of everybody else. Everybody else had their mindset. No, I'm gonna go do my own thing. I'm like, well, hey, you can do the thing together. We can work together and we can do this. No. And if you do it that way, one of the family members gets shady and run off with the money. Then you start looking for that person. These are the things that we had to go through, Israel. We had to go through these things. And then a lot of us had to be separated from the family. The Most High did that now. He did that. When he was talking about, I'm going to take one from here and one from this city, two from that family, he was talking to Israel. He was not talking about the world. That's who he was talking about. We have a lot in front of us. We have some things in front of us. Put it that way. I ain't gonna say a lot like it's overwhelming. We have some things in front of us that we have to contend with. We got to continue to encourage our brothers and sisters as we see these days um, getting darker and lighter at the same time. Because see, one thing they do not want to happen, which they can't control, is that light that's coming upon us. It's the darkness that's falling upon them. It's darkness and light working simultaneously. That's what's happening. We are witnessing that right now. It's like um, a change of power, because that's what it is. It is a change of power. And the thing that's going to get this stuff set off, it's going to be this thing that they're talking about doing. They're trying to bomb Iran. And I say try. And they may do it. That is not our fight, brothers. Trump don't want black people in the army anyway. So, hey, call that a blessing. Call that a blessing. If he's getting into that, if he's getting down like that, brothers and sisters, be happy that your child is not in that fight, because it's going to be it's going to be bloody. It's going to be bloody. Let them hold on to segregation. I mean, if they want to wield it, let them wield it. Call it a blessing, brothers. Let them keep us out of the military. And for the ones that's not woke, they're the only ones who will be thinking they're being left out. They're going to have that mentality. They're thinking that they're being left out. They're not being left out. They've been saved. In the moment that the Most High said, you know what? Let it ride. Open up all my people's mind. And when that great when that hatred is felt globally, oh yeah, that's gonna be one time when the international language of Judah speaks out. Because Judah is the only, when I say Judah, I'm talking about Judah and Benjamin, that was in his territory. Some people, you got to get specific now. That was in the territory that's went into the slave trade. When Yahushua and the Holy Spirit came upon in the upper room, and the brothers and sisters started speaking different languages. Why were those Judeans speaking a different language? And then we all know what it means the Holy Spirit. Why? Brothers and sisters, did not those Judeans go to the four corners of the earth and all of them in different languages? Judah is the only tribe that's an international tribe. When I say international, I'm talking about speaking different languages, global languages, global culture. What you think those Afro-Mexicans, eating soul food? No, they're eating a customary food that they're used to. That's gonna be back on that continent. The Portuguese Afro people, they eating their Spanish food. Americans, well, we eating soul food. Well, African Americans, yeah, we eating soul food. The same food that's going to add up to what's going on that we've been eating on the continent, just cooked in a different way. Same food, cooked in a different way. The Afro Asians, the Asian food, all of that is going to be back on that continent. All of that is going to be on. It ain't the fact that we took from a culture from a country. We are the culture. If it wasn't, salvation originated with the who? The Yahudims, Israel. And let's hold on to that, brothers and sisters. That is a privilege. Shalom, Sister Yvonne Daniels. Mm-mm. This is a privilege, brothers. It is. Mm, it is a privilege, and I hope and pray that we continue to maintain that. It has been and don't get me wrong, it has been a strenuous privilege. The devil is always in the mix, and he's always trying to get us, trying to get up under our skin. That's what he's trying to his best to do. And he's going to continue to do it until until Revelation 12, the most high is going to take us away from the face of the devil. That's what he's going to do. Now, how things are going to transpire with this impending war. And I think they was talking about something on the 20th of April. I just heard it in passing. And it was talking about be very cautious on that day. I don't know what it is. Maybe somebody in the chat knows what it is. I do not know. I mean, what's supposed to be happening? I'm just trying to get they down for the shalom, Sister Monica, and she said shalom to the brothers and sisters in the chat. I don't know what's supposed to happen. They saying something. I just heard it in passing and things, and that remains to be seen. But brothers and sisters, we woke now. We woke. Let's maintain this awakening. And still, no matter how our brothers and sisters may act, we still need to let them know, hey, this is what the Bible said, who you are. And for those, don't get me wrong, brothers and sisters, and for a lot of us, we got Christian families. If it's not in the Bible, and that is the apocryphers, it's a difficult thing for them to swallow. And so we just got to continue to be patient with them. We can't be, it's best not to be thinking that they're going to die or they're going to be judged. The Most High know exactly how he's going to deal with his people. Let's leave that divine justice in the Most High's hand, and we keep it moving. And that's what we should be doing. It's, the only thing we need to be doing right now, brothers and sisters, is maintaining, to be encouraging to brothers and sisters. It's going to get bumpy. And the thing is, when you see a bump, you slow down. But if you're running your mouth and you're enjoying yourself and you having those conversations, you just laughing and you don't see that bump. When you go over that bump, what happened? Boy, that truck go up and it come back down hard. You get a jolt from it. And so yes, we always want to be paying attention to what's going on in the world. Of course, you will know exactly how slow you need to slow down in order for you not to get a jolt. That's what we need to maintain. The world consider being call you ugly. All right, we can keep it moving. When they call you ugly, in so many words, what they're saying, I wish I had your get up. That's all they're saying. That's all they're saying. They got to get inside your head. And those days are gone. They can't get inside your head no more. Because we know what they're about. We know what they're about. I tell you, brothers and sisters, and I was encourage you, brothers and sisters. If you plan on going to Africa, brothers and sisters, be about your business. Be about your business. And for the ones that's going to take a little bit longer, hey, Even if you go into Africa, brothers and sisters, it still can take your support. And that's the Goshen Project with Sister E and Sister Shirley. I forgot the other sister's name. Sign up for it. Hop into some of the conversation. See what they're talking about. And always remember this, brothers and sisters. We're not late to the party. We're not late. It's how the Most High is going to show up and do for his people. Let's just do our part to show up and encourage brothers and sisters. This is how we getting done. This is how we moving. You know, that's it. The devil is always in the details. The thing is, we have to get to a point where we got to start kicking the devil out. Yahushua gave you the power to say, hey, you know, you rebuke him. Get away from me. He leaves. We got to start believing. We gonna have to maintain our confidence and belief of the Most High. Because truthfully, at the end of the day, he is the one who is fighting for you at the beginning of your day and at the end of your day. He is that one who is fighting for you. He knows exactly who you are. The things you have the things that you have went through, and the things that you have conquered. He knows exactly who you are. The world come in and call you nothing. You ain't going to amount to nothing. The Most High knows exactly what ills you took and what blows you have gave out. We just need to continue. That's what we need to do. Because if we don't, brothers and sisters, we go fall to the wayside. The Most High said, happy are those that endure to the end. Let's be happy, brothers. And at the same time, endure to the end. A lot of you brothers have some, you know, we have situations. I mean, we have issues. We got problems. And we want these problems to be gone. Whether it's monetarily or it's a physical sickness, we tired. We praying to the Most High. Because when it's all over said and done, let's just say it hypothetically speaking, it's a sickness. And let's just say, all right, the Most High, I'm going to take the sickness away. As long as you are in captivity, brothers and sisters, we go still have to have we still go be battling. And I'm not saying hold on to the sickness, but whatever you're praying for, hey, continue to maintain yourself. If the Most High deemed it necessary, brothers, that your health is a whole lot better, continue your battle, because it's going to be a battle as long as we're in captivity. The Most High may deem it necessary. You may be a brother out here looking for a job, and you ain't found a job, and so on, and you find a job. Trust and believe there's going to be a distraction with you working. All of that time that you may have had while you was unemployed, reading your scriptures and things, you're going to find yourself not reading the scriptures as much. That job will turn itself into a distraction. Just always be on the watch. Shalom, Sister Jess. That's one thing. It's this world is always going to be a distraction to slow us down. Now, that's a different story. Of you being self-sufficient and growing your own stuff and raising all that, you make time for your prayers, your Bible reading, your studying, your family. You see that's what the Israel knew that they had to get up, tend to their cattle and things of that nature, the garden. They knew they had to do that. And they worked things on a 12-hour basis. But they knew that they had time, they made time for their family. Because see, when you're in captivity, brothers, and when you're in captivity, and that's the only income that you got coming in, and that job say, oh, well, you got to work on Saturday. Pray to the Most High. And now listen to me, brothers and sisters, when I say this, pray to the Most High. Pray to him Ask for his direction. Do not go upon your own brothers and sisters' advice. Pray to the Most High and let him lead you in that way. Because I'm going to tell you this. Brothers and sisters will not care for you when you're unemployed. Now, they may sit up here and try to browbeat you and say this and say that. We understand what the scripture said. But one thing I'm going to tell you, brothers and sisters, you are in captivity. You are captive. Now, if you had a job where you could talk with the people and say, you know what, could I have this particular day off? That's a different story. You do everything in your power. But always know that responsibility of taking care of that family is you, brother, or you, sister. I'm not going to sit up and say, oh, so you know you're supposed to be working on those Saturday. No, I'm not, I'm not going to encourage it either. But it's going to be put out there, and you will have to make a decision based upon what the Most High tells you. That's my encouragement to you, brothers and sisters, that has that dilemma. If you've been unemployed, brothers, and you just found you a job after a year or two of being unemployed, yes, it's going to seem like it's a blessing. And I'm not going to say it's a curse. You do your very best for the glorification of the Most High when it comes to you and your rest day. You do your best. Talk with the bosses and things of that nature and things. Do what you're supposed to do. And let the Most High bless your action. I'm not going to condemn you. I'm not going to sit up here and say, oh, no, you shouldn't take that job. Because trust and believe, brothers and sisters, I ain't going to lie to you. I'm not going to send I can't give no man, I can't take care of 2 families, 3 families, 4 families. None of us can do that. But let's be real and let's be understanding. You are in captivity. You are captive in a land that is not yours. That's what you are. Now, for other brothers and sisters who may have the weekends off, consider it a blessing. Consider that a blessing, but don't condemn your brothers and sisters for what they need to do. That's when, what do they call it? I forgot the name of the word. But this is what we're supposed to be doing as brothers and sisters, is encouraging our brothers, because we know the times that we are living in. We have awakened as Israel, and we know who we are. But one thing we should not be doing is judging our brothers harshly. Now, if you working, and like I said, what are you talking? Please, I've seen brothers, and I know of some brothers that know that the 7th day is a day of rest, a day of rest. They out there working. I'm talking about not for a job. And I'm like, and that's one time I did address that brother. I did. I was like, bro, hold on. You do know the seventh day is a day of rest. Yeah, but I had to so and so. I got to get this stuff together. I'm like, brother, you had Monday through Thursday to do all of that. I mean, Monday through Friday to do all that. So, I mean, what are you talking about? And then he sat back and he thought about it. He said, well, because him and his wife, they profess of being awakened. And so that worked out for the best. It did. Because he hopped right on it. He hopped right on it. I said, well, brother, I mean, let's go be level between you and I. I'm not here to judge you, but I know this is he has his own business. So yes, he needed to be addressed. When you got other brothers and sisters, brother, they told me only days I can get off is Sundays and Mondays. I couldn't flop my Sunday for Saturday or Monday for Saturday. They won't allow me to do that. All right, brother, he has to do what he has to do to take care of his family. And I'm quite sure the Most High understands that the brother has a desire to respect that seventh day of rest. That's it. There's a lot of things going on, brothers and sisters. And our brothers and sisters, we are under attack. We bombarded. And it's real. This is not that time, brothers, where we're not trying to tear nobody down. We're all about building ourselves up because we're going to need it. And it's going to be very soon. Now, whatever these people talking about with this, it seemed like they got themselves so geeked up about dropping a nuclear bomb in Iran. It's like they just, a child got to use the bathroom. They, got to use the bathroom real bad, and they just there now squeezing their legs together. I like they dancing and thing. This is what I'm seeing with them. It's like they just getting themselves geeked up mentally. Like they mentally got to pee. Mentally, they got to pee from their brain. And they're moving just like that. I never seen this place being in an extreme situation and putting themselves on a pedestal. Oh, this gold city is going to be marvelous. They got themselves already geeked up for this new construction of the Gaza Plaza. They count the money already. They counting it already. And already hemmed up and don't even realize. I tell you, you want to talk about somebody that's deaf, dumb, and crippled and crazy. This nation is deaf, dumb, and crippled, and it's crazy. Slightly retarded. Well, I say slightly. I'm gonna have to hold on to slightly because if a person is retarded, there's a great deal of leniency you go give a retarded child. But this country is not retarded. Slightly retarded, but I would say that's what I want to say. That's what I would say. But that's one thing we're not. We woke. The Most High has allowed us to raise our heads and we voicing our opinion. Now the nation is understanding our struggle. They seeing what we been through. They understanding, they feeling it. Now they crying about it. When I say brothers and sisters, we was built for this. We were built for this. We may have seen some happy times, good times, but for the vast majority of no, it has not been. Because when you may have had a nice life, but you start looking at your brothers and things of that, you're going to suffer right along with them mentally. You don't like what you see. If you seeing a black woman getting thrown down to the concrete, it may not be your sister, it may not be your mother, it may not be your wife, but it's that blood that's going to hold true. You will be like, oh no, Negro, no, dude, you lost your mind. It's getting to that point with these brothers. No, they seeing this stuff, and it's going to happen. There's going to be an incident where somebody's going to offend somebody, because we're not trying to let another George Floyd happen, where a person can literally die right there on the camera. No, I don't think we're trying to have that no more, brothers and sisters. I don't think we're trying to have that. And the way they started throwing these sisters down to the ground, they're gonna make a brother snap one day, and he gonna get it. He's going to literally get it set off. The little 60-year-old sister, she got it set off. Brothers and sisters are giving praises to that little sister for saving her mother. And I said, saving her mother. The little sister she's seen trouble on the horizon. She's seen her mother leaving, like a George Floyd. And then what's the killing about it? They said the little girl had to shake her mother to wake her mother up. She was on her way out. We ain't seen nothing yet, brothers. Well, let me take that lie back. We have seen some things. I'm not going to even downplay that. We have seen some things. We want to see a little bit more. But let us continue to be encouraging towards one another as we see these days, see these phenomena that the Most High said he's going to allow to appear in the heavens. Oh, Satan is going to do his thing with AI. Oh no, she's not. Y'all about to make me get on this thing for another hour talking about AI. AI is. Oh, they got those little cute videos, little bitty babies when they, these little sitcoms. It's alluring. I ain't like you go flip through TikTok and you see these videos, boom, 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 boom. AI is picking up, ain't it? It's picking up, making everything look so real. But as we see these things, brothers, proceed very cautiously. Proceed very cautiously with it. And don't get me wrong, I use AI to do my resume. I was like, well, dag nabbit. I mean, man, AI got me looking like a scientist. AI had got my resume looking like a scientist. I was like, good. And the way they worded it up, I was like, ain't this about a trip? Had to pay what? $2 for it. I was like, whoa. I was like, ain't this about a trip? Look what AI did. Brother, that stuff is scary to me. It is. I'm trying to figure out what else can I do to benefit myself with some of this AI. But it's scary, but I said at the same time, be cautious with it. Be cautious. I seriously believe it has something to do with the fallen angels. That's just me. And I think it ain't nothing but a digital Ouija board. The Ouija board, we see that, we know exactly what we're not messing with. We know for a fact, that is absolutely directed to the devil. We know this. AI is that alluring one. Come on over here. Look at Tupac when he was a baby. Come on here. Look at Snoop Dogg when he was a baby. Oh, ain't that cute? Oh, and they did one. The AI, they got one. They did they got the cat. The cat always, little fat cat. I mean, they got this AI. I'll tell you, like I said, brothers, proceed very cautiously with AI. Yeah, for you brothers and sisters that can do singing and thing. Yeah, you can do a whole song with AI. You can do it. You can do it. Literally, you can go ahead and type the stuff in. This is what I want. Things of that nature. Boom, 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 and then it's going to do it. And you're going to get. It's going to be more than one different types of that type of song. But it's the fact that it's out there. And truthfully, brothers and sisters, when it's all over said and done, AI is trying its best to dumb you down to stupidity. That's all it's doing. It want to take your creativity away from you. It don't want you sparking that brain, that spark in your head. That's what it don't want you to do. Your creativeness. That's what it don't want you to be. Let it do it for you. That's the dangerous thing I'm seeing with AI. And I ain't gonna say, I'm gonna say the world. The world is jumping onto it. Oh, this is easy. Spell my prerogative. All you gotta do is P-O, and it come out with the rest of it. Now, if you get into a spelling bee, you hemmed up. You are hemmed up because, hey, it finished it for you. Dumbing down, brothers. This is the reason why I say proceed very cautiously when it comes to this AI. And what is it, AI version 4? I would sure hate to see what 10 look like, truthfully, because I seriously believe a lot of this stuff that these fallen angels are giving these people, they're going to use some of it. I seriously believe that they're going to use a lot of these things to try to mislead our people further into sin, to make us believe, oh, that's from the Most High. That's the danger I'm looking at, brothers. Because when they can sit up here and make a whole AI movie, and there was one movie, brothers and sisters. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get up out of here. There was this movie I was watching, and this girl, and I think it was like a movie made over there in the European lands. And what had happened was she was somewhat of a programmer, and they had this bus, a self-driven bus that they wanted to get into this particular city, but they had to go through all of these hoops and hurdles. So this girl, she found that she's seen a problem in it, but they did not want to fix the problem. So what they did, they made like that. They had AI to take her, put her in a video, and made like she killed somebody, and it looked so real. That's the thing I'm looking at. But she eventually got out of it and everything. But those are things. Cause see, I can say something on this channel, brothers and sisters. AI can come by and use my voice and I said Sister Van P is a busybody. That's AI though. AI is saying, oh yeah, I know Sister Van P. She's a busybody. Always in people's business, talking about things she ain't got no business talking about. Sister Van P get wind of it. She go back and she look at the video and like, now I heard you say it. It's difficult. That's going to be a difficult battle for me to let her know I didn't say that, sister. But these are the strong possibilities that can happen with AI. These are the things I'm looking at. This is the reason why I say, hey, let's proceed very cautiously when it comes to this AI. Because they can't do that. And I seriously believe they're going to do it. In order for them, we, brothers and sisters, have we not seen a whole lot of distraction with this awakening? What was that dude's name? ATI? Oh, no, not ATI. What's that dude's name? Camera action? TCA? TCA. Let me tell you something. When he came out talking about, what was that? Sister Deborah Yard and her husband. And, well, I was like this here. Brother, you do know we got deaf people around here. And their means of communication is sign language. What you going to do? So they just flat out just deaf and demonic at the same time. They deaf and demonic, huh? Brother, I mean, that right there, it went through the Hebrew community. So did a lot of other stuff. We know distraction. We know how damaging distraction, contention can be within the community. Just be on the watch, brothers and sisters. That's just my encouragement when it comes to this AI. Because trust and believe, it's going to happen. Somebody go sit here and say something that they didn't say, but they go say, hey, AI came over there. Hey, you know what? This cat here, he got a lot of people. We need to shut him down. All we got to do is take his voice and flip it, rip it, and call it a day. These people, they'll believe it. And what do? We unfortunately we believe it because we heard it. Now I'm gonna tell you something on that. We got next on that incident. Now me and Yacoba, I think was the first two. We were like, no, that's not him. And we was, Yacoba was like, you know what? I'm gonna reach out to him and so on. And then shoot, unbeknownst to me and him, It came out to be true. It was him, and you're right. You haven't heard from that brother since. At least I haven't. I mean, but if you can get that deep into the gestures of brothers and sisters, and we all talk with our hands and thing. We do gesturing, and I think the brother just took gesturing a tad. No, not just a tad bit. He just went out with it. That's what he did. But but like I said, brothers, this is one time. I mean, not one time. This is a time where we need to be really on guard against this AI. I'm serious. We need to be on guard about that. And you just might get a video. AI is not prejudiced. Hold on, sister, with the resume. Huh. But AI is prejudiced. You go ask AI, are black people, are the Israelites black? Yeah. That fallen angel go sit there is going to tell that bold-faced lie. No, they're not black. No, AI go tell that lie. AI is gonna follow their father digitally, demonically. They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it demonically, digital. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna tell that lie. Nah, they gonna tell that lie. Yeah, that's one thing AI is gonna do. They do not want this awakening to happen, and it's unfortunate. Well, unfortunate. Fortunately, by the grace of the Most High, it will not be stopped. That's one thing it will not be. Hold on, just let me see if I can do this on this thing. Okay, here we go. All righty. And that's the thing, brothers. And that's just my encouragement as we see these days drawing near, brothers and sisters. I mean, AI is really trying its best to dumb us down. And we need to be very aware of that, because it ain't the world that it needs to dumb down. It's us. Majority of inventions, brothers and sisters, are from Hebrews. Hold that near and dear. It's the Most High. Brothers, we are to rely upon the Most High. That's what we are supposed to be doing. This is our commandment. This is not something that we're doing of our own initiative. Any invention that we come up with, all glory and praise goes to the Most High. If it was not for him, you would not know nothing. If it wasn't for him, you would not be awoke. If it was not for him, trust and believe, you would not be breathing right down to this very day. We have a great deal of selfishness about ourselves. But the Most High is a loving person. He forgives, but he doesn't steal. When you understand the gravity of his love, don't take it for granted. Now, let's not take it for granted. We are here to glorify the Most High, and especially with this awakening. And as to what we're seeing, this world is putting itself in line for, and it's for our deliverance. Who should said it? When you see all of these things, raise your head, because your deliverance is getting near. And let us continue to, raise our heads, brothers. That's what we need to do. Brothers and sisters, keep your head on a swivel. Walk on water. And more importantly, brothers and sisters, Put your flesh to the test in order for you to understand the strength of your spirit. Put your flesh to the test in order for you to understand the strength of your spirit. It's your spirit that's going to reign supreme. It's your spirit where you're going to get life, everlasting life. And it's going to be your spirit that's going to keep you in communication with the Most High. Ain't that flesh. That flesh. Keep on abiding by that flesh, you go reap corruption. That's all you're going to get with the flesh. And on that note, brothers and sisters, be safe out there. Shalom.